So welcome back to Can Cover. This is Can Day 7. The Idol premiered, the Seb Levinson HBO thing, and we'll be talking about that. It has not been kind.
Not been well received. No.
So we normally just talk about films here, but this is really, I mean, it's gonna be the first, thing to be premiering in the 2024 Emmys window, and we are covering the Emmys.
Emmys is ambitious for it though. I'd say based on the reviews.
Euphoria season 2 still got it. We'll also be talking about a couple of the films. We had Jessica Hausner's Club Zero premiered, in addition to Aki Kaurismäki's, I think I said that right, Fallen Leaves. So a couple of competition titles to check out. But should we talk about The Idol?
Yeah, I guess so. And I mean, people are saying it's basically porn, so I don't know what to think about it. Sam Levinson just seems like one horny individual, I guess. Yeah, and I mean, this TV show, it was always going to be controversial. For some reason, it had this controversial buzz around it, and it seems to be living up to those reviews. I did think this would either be a real stinker, or it had a chance, I guess, to capture something, and it doesn't look like it's done that. It just looks like it's a bad, potentially exploitative TV show. So I don't know. It's premiering in a few weeks at this point, so I guess it's not too long. I guess you can make your own mind if you were interested in seeing it.
For sure. All right, let's take a look at some of the reactions. So IndieWire compiled some of the reactions from Twitter, so we're just gonna look through some of them. They're a bit of a treat. So we got this one, lots of strong reactions to The Idol, ranging from I hated it, the TV version of clickbait, I don't need to see any more Lily Rose Depp naked. So there's that one. Then my personal favorite, which I don't think that I can read this entire thing without getting demonetized, but I just want to share this Pulitzer-worthy writing here.
It's quite something.
And just some of his thoughts about The Idol.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, say what you like about Sam Levinson. He gets people talking, and I'm sure this will be a big hit on HBO. Not necessarily a good hit, but a big one. It will get people talking. It's divisive, but I don't know. I guess that's maybe sort of the point of a show like this.
I guess. I don't know. Put Black Swan Succession and Secretary in a blender and let it rip. Prepare yourself for quite the discourse. I mean... Yeah. I love this. Sam Levinson fans won't be disappointed because that feels like a subtle dig.
Yeah. I mean, there aren't many, surely. There aren't many Sam Levinson fans out there. I don't know. Yeah.
So, anyways, I listen, I might watch this. No, that's like I will, because Rachel Sennett's in it. And if you know anything about me, you know that Rachel Sennett's like my favorite person on the existence of the planet. But I really don't think this will be good. Like, it's giving Blonde but contemporary. And listen, I actually just want to shout out a Karsten Ronquist review, his review of Blonde, where he says, I feel like somehow this is Sam Levinson's fault. And I think you can make the connection. This probably won't be good. Okay, so on to something else that really wasn't received that well, is Club Zero from Jessica Hausner. I think her last film that premiered at Cannes also didn't get the best of reception, so it isn't like this is like that much of a shock. But 3.2, it's just, this is pretty irrelevant. There's a bit of hype around it because of like Mia Wasikowska and stuff, but I don't know. It doesn't look like much.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the lower things in competition, interestingly, like it is in competition, so it could have been up for awards. It doesn't look like that. It's true, though. It just seems like one of the more negatively reviewed things at the festival, and I mean, with a festival this large, with the amount of films premiering, you're always going to get some of them, so it seems like this was just a miss.
Absolutely. There isn't too much to comment on it. Listen, I mean, I like Mia Wasikowska. Hope to see more solid work from her, but this just doesn't seem like it. On to something that was reviewed well today. Fallen Leaves by Aki Kaurismäki, I think is how you say it. But anyways, I was quite excited for this film. It seemed like a potentially, bit of like an anxiety-inducing type of rom-com type of thing. And it doesn't even seem like it's that much of the anxiety-inducing part. Got Emma Sakura with a 3.5. Just delightful and silly rom-com. And it just seems like it's quite a pleasant film.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much more than that. Obviously, we've had the more artsy, probably more hard-hitting things like Zone of Interest, obviously, about Dry Grass, I'm sure, as well. But this, seems just a bit slightly more disposable, but nonetheless charming. So, yeah, it seems just like a nice watch. It had a bit of buzz going in. It seems like it's lived up to expectations for the most part. Again, it's in competition, but I don't really expect. Like, it's one of the sort of more middling things we've seen premiere in competition, but yeah, it just seems delightful, seems charming.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it's also potential international feature submission from Finland as well, which is something to keep in mind. I wouldn't be shocked
Yeah.
if they submit it. I can't think of anything else this year that they have. There's a couple of countries that could be looking at a competition, like France, as always, has multiple films competing.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything else from Finland, so we could potentially see this going in. I mean, brisk 80 minutes, probably just nice for the people who just
Yeah.
lost this sort of interest.
Yes,
um,
probably. Nice
it
breather
is just
from
a
the
recovery.
trauma.
So yeah, I know I'm excited about this. I'm all here for silly and delightful rom-coms. Like
100%.
absolutely.
100%.
So yeah, no, excited for this. We'll see if this places anywhere in the awards. This is on the Cannes standings. It did like a 3.7 is really solid. Like I
It
feel like
is.
we're
It's
underplaying
solid.
it.
It's very
It's a
solid.
solid score.
But yeah, yeah,
Nice. So speaking of the Cannes standings, let's see where it plays. A bit of a slow day today, but
yeah,
let's take a look at the Cannes standing. All right, not a surprise. We still have Zone of Interest and
yeah.
Killers of the Flower Moon topping it by a pretty large margin. But we got a new film launching up. It was number 10 yesterday, and it's now up to number 3 after a 90 on Metacritic. It's Anatomy of a Fall.
Yeah, and then was a surprising one. It did sort of go a bit under the radar, but it's now the second thing in competition if you're looking at films exclusively in competition. So it's pretty solid. Like, number 3 is a great position for it. Hopefully gets a bit more eyes on it, a bit more exposure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. And like, I mean, yeah, we kind of talked about it a bit yesterday, but like this film looks really good. Just like a really, really intriguing courtroom drama. I mean, and then obviously we have Sarah Hüller,
Yeah,
who's just, a great actress in general.
seems like the
From what
MVP of
I've
the
seen her in.
festival. Yeah,
And yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what she's able to do with this, but like it's currently at a 3.8 on Letterboxd, a 90 on Metacritic, actually 91. I just checked. It was still like
oh, it's gone
90.
up. Okay, nice.
Like, yeah. Really, really great stuff. I mean, as of now, I think we're looking at this for the French submission.
Probably France. They can be a bit temperamental. You never quite know what they're going to submit, but yes,
I mean, they
hopefully,
just did a
I
courtroom
guess
drama last year as well as Saint
they
Omer.
did. They did. Yeah.
I mean, which also great movie, Saint Omer. Watch it, please. But I mean, yeah, if there's anything as good as Saint Omer, like, yes, please, thank you. So yeah, really exciting stuff there. Monster still going really strong at number
Still high.
4. About Dry Grass has got a Metacritic coming in at 80, really solid. Once again, we could see this as well popping up in the international feature race. May December is still holding strong
Yeah.
at number 6.
And I guess this is just to show that a lot of people were saying, oh, it's too negatively reviewed for anything. It's still number 6 at the festival. It is
Yeah,
still very, very solidly reviewed. And I imagine there's still a lot more film to premiere. I imagine it will still stay on the top 10, though.
yeah. I mean, there's a couple of, like, we got the Ken Loach coming. We have Wes
Yeah.
Anderson's new film tomorrow.
Yeah.
We still have La Chimera from Alistair Walker. Like, there's still other things in competition, but like, it'll definitely end up like, I mean, maybe even
Decently
top
high.
5 in competition. Like, it's looking strong.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. Number 7, we just talked about it. Fallen Leaves. Strong showing from it. Strong showing. Followed by number 8, The Nature of Love, which is just, it's kind of been hanging out in this top 10 for a while.
It
As is
has been.
Big Fish
Yeah.
Ghost at number
Yeah.
9.
Sort of just came and went, but it's still there. It's still kicking around.
Absolutely. And then number 10 is Four Daughters, another in competition title that, yeah, just solid reviews. It's still kicking around in the top 10. Some of those we could potentially see drop off over this last week here or these next couple of days as more things come out. But that's where the Cannes are now. The only new entry really is just Fallen Leaves, but then a massive showing from Anatomy of a Fall.
Indeed.
So that is it for the Cannes recap today. Really not that much to talk about.
No, it was a bit slow, but we did have a pretty packed weekend, so it sort of makes sense that sort of getting a bit of a breather, but we'll still be seeing a lot of stuff premiere later on this week. Obviously, as you mentioned, Asteroid City, probably the biggest thing still to premiere, a couple of in-competition stuff, and then to close us off with Elemental at the end of the week.
Absolutely. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support during this Cannes week. We'll see you guys tomorrow for more. We're over the halfway point.
We are.
We'll see you guys then. Till then, thank you for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.